Record to the cloud.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. Recruiting
I am
Animal
back.
here. Hi, Mario. Recruiting
Hey.
Animal here. Okay. He had to interrupt me. Okay. Recruiting Animal here on March 23rd, 2022. And we've got Donna Terrell.
Whatever.
Yeah. Okay. I don't speak English. Okay. Donna Terrell, medical communications recruiter down there in Florida. Michael G. Cox, thesalesrecruiter.com. And he is a very big man. Okay. I saw his picture beside Donna last week. Okay. He was in Florida. He's huge. He scared me. We've got
That's the way
Sasha-
I make placements. I intimidate people.
Sasha
physically.
Tasanovich. Raise your hand. Wonder Woman. Okay, she doesn't have a URL. We've got clang.so. Hey, Rich Rosen said that
Wonder
you're
Recruiter.
one of the up and coming applicant tracking systems that and CRMs that he loves. Okay, Super Rich endorsed clang.so. He's an IT recruiter who built his own applicant tracking system, and Mario the recruiter.com, IT recruiter. He said he wants to be called. And I've got this. I'm not going to get up. Hire Easy sent me a t-shirt, and I showed them that I wear it every week now on the show. I just want to tell all you vendors who watch
What'd
this.
that do for you?
I want to tell all the vendors who watch the show, look, don't send me any t-shirts anymore. I don't need them. But look, all these people here, send it to the regulars. They'll show it.
We need
on the
clothing.
show. They'll show you their
Yeah,
t-shirts.
like we need t-shirts. Okay, as long as they're good cotton ones, it's good.
Yeah. Okay. So you can send it to them. Don't send it to me. Okay. Yeah, I was just telling a story. Cut me off if I have to with this one. Okay. Let's say you got.
That's what we do.
Yeah, but I'm encouraging you on this one. You've got a candidate who comes to the interview and says, look, and it's a Zoom interview or something. I'm not very sharp this morning. I've got 100-year-old cousin. My father has a 100-year-old cousin, and I take her shopping once a week. And she said to me last Sunday, she said, look, I've had a problem for the last 2 months. At midnight every night, this guy comes to my door. He's got a key. He showed it to me. He lets himself in. He goes and sits for a few hours at the dining room, doesn't say a word. And on the my bedroom wall, I see a display. She said, could you come and talk to him, explain to him I don't speak English properly, and ask him what he wants? So the candidate says, so I went there, and I got home at 3:00 in the morning. The guy never showed, by the way, but I'm kind of wrecked today. What would you say if someone told you that story? And I have to tell you, that story's true. It happened to me last night. Okay. So there you go. What would you say to that candidate?
Get over it. Why are we even talking about this? Is what I would say.
What's the big deal about being up so late at 1:40 a.m. in the morning? It's not a big deal.
1:40, I was there at her place, and
So
that
it's
was
at 3 in the morning. No biggie.
okay.
I do it all the time.
What did I walk into?
Nothing important.
Rich Rosen,
this
if
is
you
important.
if you went to bed at 3 a.m. and got up your regular time, how would you feel the next day?
Like shit.
That's how I feel, okay?
Yeah.
And what if a candidate told you that he had to stay up till 3 a.m. and he wasn't in great shape for the first thing in the morning that was scheduled? What would you say to him or her?
I would say you should have planned better.
Okay.
I'm like, what are we staying up for?
There's no such thing as an emergency in Rich Rosen's world. Okay.
Suck it up.
Too many emergencies. You know how many people I've talked to whose mothers have died like 15 times?
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
I mean, I don't believe anyone anymore.
Okay.
Look,
A little more pattern.
The Gen X way of handling this is suck it up. That's my parenting scheme, by the way.
Exactly.
Whenever my son scrapes his knee,
Suck it
Yeah.
up, kid.
scratches himself, suck it up.
Yeah,
Hey,
dude,
hey,
kids never
suck it
would have
up.
survived back in the 70s and 80s, man. all these soft kids.
Okay.
yes.
I just wanted to announce my pronoun. Okay.
Oh,
It's
Jesus.
it's we. It's we.
We.
I refer to myself as we now. Okay. I just want
Jesus
everybody.
Christ.
Is that 'cause you're short?
What next?
Look,
Wow.
everybody insists on referring to a single person. If you're talking about Rich, I won't say he wants this. I'll say they want this. Okay. It screws with my head. So if they want to play with me like the plurals instead of the singular, I'm going to be a we. Why not? Okay. I got the right. I'm
So
we.
if I say fuck them, am I referring to a
You
single
shouldn't
single
talk
person?
like that, Michael T. Cox. Okay, okay. Ivan Gulenko.
Michael G. Michael, I'll text you what you meant.
Okay,
I'll
let's go.
text you.
Ivan Gulenko says something. I don't know why he said, I'm going to shock you. Okay. He said, I think recruiters should build non-transactional relationships. Call candidates randomly to ask how they're doing and how their life is going. Okay. Is that what you said? Did I represent you properly, Ivan?
Yeah, I guess everything which is not just like, okay, do you look for a job is a good thing, right? I mean, you should also talk about other things to
Like
cement
what?
the relationship.
Like what? How their 100-year-old cousins are doing? Like what? How's your family?
How they're doing in their career, like how if they have gotten the promotion, if they have.
How do you have time to do that?
Yeah.
I mean, and then
There's no time, but that's really good for training, though.
It's
Like
great.
I remember there would be like spot trainings. It wasn't even a training. It's like, can this guy do what he's supposed to be doing? They give you like a random stack of resumes and say, call all of them.
You would reactivate them. Remember, it was all the reactivated.
Yeah,
thing.
reactivate, exactly.
Yeah.
And you'd have to, you ask why. What do you want me to say? Like, no, just pick up the phone, go.
Yeah. It's a great way to
start
reactivate
calling
candidates.
people and come up with rando reasons to speak.
But that's if you have a team, it's one thing to do that for newbies, but for for in this current market, you should just be killing yourself.
Yeah, this was a good activity for 2020 and part of 2021.
Bingo.
But Rich, you yourself, like we had a discussion, right? And you told me, hey, this candidate, I know him from 17 years ago. I mean, you do have also context like from 70 years ago, so you can reestablish the conversation with a candidate you spoke to a long time ago. So you do this too.
You can, but who has time? Like, I don't have time to call. Who has time to call every person in your database? You've got jobs to work on. In this market, you might as well fire away. It's hot. Like Mike said, in a down market in 2020, totally reactivating candidates, just keeping them warm and happy. It's one thing if you got nothing else to do. For a new recruiter
Checking for
starting out,
pulses.
yeah, perfect.
They know if you call them in a down market, they know you're just using them. Okay. They know it's not a sincere call. Okay. Ivan's pretending he's sincere. Hi.
The closest I came to was yesterday with a candidate because I'm trying to hire. Hey, Rich, by the way, Kubernetes software solutions and all that.
Oh, let's do it. I need a guy. I need three
in the Midwest. No, I need a guy.
Oh,
and
all right.
I reached out to a guy that's in Montana. It's just kind of like the databases. Sometimes just in here, you remember somebody's location. And I reached out to the guy on LinkedIn, just sent him a quick message. How you doing? And then said, hey, this is what I'm looking for. You want to have a quick chat?
That's
But that's kind of
transactional.
like the
That's
closest
not
I've
what
come
he's
to doing
talking
it.
about. You, with his kind of call that Ivan is talking about, you have no strings attached. I'm not trying to use you in any way for money business purposes. I'm just a friend. Isn't that what you're saying, Ivan? I'm your friend. Isn't that it?
I mean, Rich is right.
great.
I mean, to just purely do that is a bit like, let's say, like very hard to do, I guess, but like you have to weave it in, right? What this tweet more meant is like that you like weave in also other aspects, right? That you not just have the transactional stuff. This is what I meant, I guess.
I'm going to pull out my little penknife and give Rich a little stab, okay? Because Rich loves Danny Cahill, right?
Yeah, Danny's great.
Yeah, and Danny he's got a name for that kind of call. He calls them institutional calls. Okay, that means they're not instrumental. You're not using it to something. Just hi, what's happening? Yeah, I'm your buddy. Yeah. Okay, so you ask Danny Cahill what he thinks of that, Rich, before you dismiss it with a back of your hand. Okay.
I'm thinking about that a lot because I think I definitely have calls where I don't necessarily think it's going to lead, that particular call is going to lead to that person walking away and taking one of my opportunities. I called someone today because I knew they'd had surgery and checking in, how'd it go? You all right? But honestly, I suppose I would have never, ever called that person in the first place if at some point I hope that, I'm not moving them somewhere at some time. So I suppose there's a transactional element, that weaves through everything, but maybe that call at that moment isn't for that purpose.
Yeah, but that's every call. I mean, that's part of your recruiting call should be to build rapport. That's not making a random call to Joe Schmo because he showed up in my database and I haven't talked to him in 10 years. that's what you should be doing is every call building rapport. Like I just hired this kid who's just started me, and we've been doing all these training calls, and I didn't realize how many calls I get, just people coming in just wanted to connect because they're starting to look or whatever, and it's all building that rapport, and it's all based on building rapport from earlier when we couldn't help them, but that's just what you do.
Did I point out before that Rich has that Sean Connery-esque starting out? They're just starting out. Is that going to help me if I talk like that? Michael G. Cox, go ahead. You wanted to say something. You wanted to say something. How's my mic working? I'm using the Snowball mic today. Is it working okay? Can you hear me?
Great.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Hey, by the way, Ivan, this is like a great thing to do. I know you're trying to be non-transactional, but the closest I would come to that right now is I throw everybody in a nurturing campaign that is automated. So it's through LinkedIn. I send them a quick message and I point them to something that I'm posting, and I say, I'd love to get your 2 cents on this, and that goes out to like maybe 500 people within a day, and a couple days, and it's just quick hit message that kind of keeps my name in front of them a little bit.
Does anybody actually reply to those?
Well, what I see is like the play that I'm doing, or the move is I'll send them a quick note saying, hey, we've been connected for a little while. The way things are going with like the number of sales people that are hitting their quota keeps dropping every year. I'd love to get your 2 cents and your vote on this poll. And then I give them a link to the poll that I posted. And when I do that, the number of people that view it and actually vote shoots up, by tenfold.
Yeah.
So polls are very attractive. They're like honey pots, right?
Because it's super easy, super fast, and people read 2 lines and click their vote.
Yep.
But what happens with that is when they do that, they see my stuff more often, and they remember, and it's just a touch point.
Yeah, I mean, it's like doing a newsletter. Like I just post jobs on LinkedIn all the time, just in my free status. And same thing, not because I expect the replies, but it's just because it keeps your names in front of clients, keeps your names in front of candidates for other things.
Yeah.
And that generates a ton of business and a ton of calls.
But I don't know if it's something that you can like measure properly.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rich said he posts real jobs or fake jobs on LinkedIn.
Real jobs.
Fake.
We don't post fake jobs.
Yeah, but okay, so
Yeah.
but you said you just put them there not to get real candidates, but just to.
No, but I don't do it to expect candidates. I mean,
You're actually doing a job posting?
No, just in my status.
Okay, good.
No, I don't.
What
I don't
happened
even,
to Sasha? Did she
That's
get?
not a job posting.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
just-
but it's like a job ad or a
yeah,
job.
it's usually a link to the job board on my website, or it's a
Right.
couple of lines about my opportunity. But all it does is show your name and company. So
Yeah, I posted a job for real recently just to show a client, like, look at the crap that's coming through.
yeah, I mean,
Uh,
you post that stuff on Indeed. If you ever published an Indeed, talk about a crap fest. God.
No, it's brutal. So.
Hi,
I don't-
Ernie. Ernie Marino, foodindustryrecruiter.com. Mario, the recruiter.com. First, I want to address what Donna was saying, and then I want to talk to Mario for a second. First of all, Donna, if you're a salesperson and you call someone in the hospital,
Not
have
in
to
the
see it.
hospital. I waited
Oh.
till she was
Yeah.
home in recovery. I know the
Okay.
date of the
Yeah.
surgery.
Okay.
You got
What
her
do
IV, and come on, I mean, really.
well, what are they thinking?
it up.
This
I mean,
this
really,
sale
Pete.
this
Hey,
salesperson
I was
just
checking on
loves
her.
me,
She-
or they're
No.
playing me. They're playing me.
She's a sweet little thing, and she actually got an offer from one of my clients, and she turned it down tentatively because of her surgery. So I made note of when her surgery was and have checked in and texted and all of that just to see how she's doing.
Would you actually go to the hospital with flowers or something like that if you had?
Would
the
I? if she was local, I don't know, maybe, I don't know.
Okay,
But
Why
I
not?
talk to people way far away from me, so.
okay, yeah.
She probably went with a computer so she could do a phone interview or a Zoom interview.
That's right. That's what I did.
My guess is that Mary the recruiter would side very strongly with Rich and say, I'm in this for business. I'm not anybody's friend. I'm not pretending to be their family member.
Slow down there, tough guy. I mean, oh my God, dude, you act like people don't want to hear the reality. My clients love me. They candidates love me.
He's upfront and honest. What more can you expect?
Seriously, you would be amazed how many
I would say the
calls are
clients
getting in.
that you have, or the clients that you still do work with, because not everybody's going to love you, but the ones that you've got.
Everybody loves
Hey,
you.
but
Everybody.
Rich-
one
Rich
second,
is-
hold up.
Yeah.
If
go
they
ahead.
give you repeat business, that means they're gonna like you for something
Yeah.
or the other. Okay,
Well,
and I get a lot of
No,
repeat business.
No,
I am happy about it.
Mario calls people and tells them he's Rich Rosen.
Yeah.
No, Ernie. Actually, I tell them this is hey, I'll be honest with you. This is a cold call. You want to hang up now?
That's
It
cool.
really
Really?
works. I swear to God, it works. I learned this only
That's a
recently.
Josh Braun line. Josh Braun says that to do. She tries that. You know.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
Josh. Okay, but I got this from another guy called the UK's most hated sales trainer. Okay, you must check him out. He's awesome. I love him, man.
What's
Can you
his
explain
name?
it again? I didn't get
What's his
it.
name? What's his name?
Patrick Dennehy, I think. Patrick Dennehy.
Okay, just there you go, everybody.
Check him out.
That's
He's really
a
awesome.
Great tip. But you see, everybody here on this show, except me perhaps, and
That's actually his website.
maybe
The
Ivan.
UK,
Yeah,
it's UK's most hated trainer.com.
You know, I'm gonna steal something like that. I'm gonna make myself the most nastiest recruiter on the planet. Okay, I don't know how
Yeah,
that's
I
gonna
wouldn't
work
do
out.
that.
I want to create something like that. That's actually cool. You know, not the most hated, but you know, the
But
most
Rich,
intense.
Rich has a charismatic personality. Not every
Yeah.
recruiter has that. Okay,
True.
so he can go around saying they love me. Maybe it's not even true. Maybe he's an ego.
Totally true.
as well.
Totally
He
true.
projects his frame of mind on them. You know, by thinking that he loves them, they automatically love him.
Yeah, but some recruiters will say, I am an
works in,
introvert.
pickup.
I am an introvert. I am a shy person. Okay. Who's going to love a shy introvert? Not many
Who doesn't
people.
love a shy person? I mean, that's so cool. You can tease them, they get pissed off.
Yeah, they're not interesting. They're quiet. Okay. That's not fun.
Wow, not
Why? It's
That's
not
not
fun.
no. Animal, a shy person is you can't say they're not interesting. They'll be interesting. You just gotta get them interested. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead there. Donna, you're going to argue with me that a shy person is the life of the party? No, they're
That's
not.
not what you said. You said they're not interesting. Being a life of the party and being interesting are very different things. Oftentimes, the
true.
person who's waiting to speak the longest has the best thing to say.
Oh, yeah, but we're
Yeah,
talking about a
sometimes.
call to your candidate in the hospital, okay? That's not, hey, I want you to wait on the phone with me for 10 minutes and I might come out with something profound. This is like, hi, how are you? I hope you're feeling great.
Is that how you think I talk?
Imagine you call them. I hope you haven't kicked the
Wow.
bucket yet.
No, everybody, look at Michael G. Cox's square there, okay?
Uh,
He's that giant. He's that giant. Beside
got a big
those
head.
two, I don't get it. You got a giant. It's scary.
Big old melon.
Yeah, Melanet.
thing.
Okay, isn't that a band? Okay, so Ivan, did I handle that properly? That was your issue that you were going to shock us with. Okay, is there anything you want to add to that?
No, I just like wanted to say with this like tweeted or posted, like in an ideal world, we would do more of this like non-transactional stuff. And this is like more a memo to myself, right? Because I do way too much like do you look for a job, to look for a job, to look for a job. So this is kind of, I mean, boring also for myself.
Yeah,
So it's
Rich-
rather smarter
Super Rich,
to
who you
interweave
admire,
things,
disagrees with
so.
you 100%.
No,
okay?
he doesn't. He said the same. He said that.
Yeah,
like,
he
this
said
part
when
of the
you've got no
recruitment-
business, that's when you can call
No,
those
but
guys up.
if-
Okay.
You
Not
know, if
when
Set it
you've
up on a
got
drip
some-
campaign.
Not
let
when
it
you've got
run.
a job to fill. He said you
Yeah.
should be calling them. Got a job, want a job.
That's your job.
That's your money making business. That's how
Hey,
you earn
Ivan,
money, okay?
Ivan, if the world was ideal, we would be the most loved profession on the planet.
Totally.
We'd be the most loved people. Obviously, we help build
Absolutely.
companies. Instead,
That's
they hate
never
us.
gonna happen.
Yeah, that's where
Yeah.
the world in ideal.
Okay, I don't know if you guys noticed, there is a guy on your favorite Facebook group, not my group, by the way. They love another group, okay, the Herc. And there
Yeah.
was a big
Herc.
battle on that group between Rich's favorite recruiting coach and a guy, I won't mention his name, but he had an interesting posting, and I'm going to talk about
Can
it.
you tell me who is through so I can? I saw something, but I
Yeah,
missed
yeah,
the fit. They hit the
I
jam.
message you, Michael.
I missed
Jacobs.
all the real big hubbub about it too.
Yeah, this
I
is-
only saw DSP's announcement about letting it run.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see that.
It's been-
Okay, well, I can go straight to the fight, but I was going to write something else as a prelude to that. He says, I'm an introvert. I would say even shy. I don't see myself as special or better anyway, but I was able to triple my billings. He said, and I haven't made a single sales call in over 10 years. I haven't done any LinkedIn automation in over 3 years. Okay.
And he hasn't told the truth in over 20 years. apparently.
Ouch.
He said,
And I-
go ahead, Mary. You want to
I
interrupt
think
me?
he's gonna start selling a sales course now.
Okay,
For sure.
maybe.
Recruiting course.
He
for sure.
said
That's
when
the
I decided to focus on only one thing, the only thing I can control, that's when everything changed. And that one thing were his daily productivity numbers. Okay, he counts reach outs, and a reach out is his attempt to contact one person. And it could be multiple attempts. He could have a LinkedIn invitation, a phone call, a voicemail, an in-mail. That's only one attempt. And it could be for recruiting purposes or business development purposes. He gives himself, he starts work at 8 o'clock in the morning, and he counts his reach outs. He said, I'm having the biggest year of my 21-year career. I don't do retained. I don't call. I don't have a virtual assistant. I don't have any employees. I'm not hyper niche. And again, he said, I turned off all of my email and LinkedIn automation. What is that?
Get him on the show.
I don't think so.
I
He's a bit-
agree. That's
he's
a
a bit
good absolute, Mario. You're right.
He's thin-skinned.
It'll be that
okay?
fun.
You won't be able to get a hold of him because he doesn't
Yeah,
have
he ended up blocking everyone that's
Yeah,
criticized.
he
Yeah.
blocked the people he criticized.
And the best part is he reaches out to a candidate 7 times in
Yeah.
2 days. 7
That
times.
was
Can
the
you
thing.
imagine doing that to a TSSCI
Is
guy?
that just
I'll get
7
jailed.
phone calls or
No,
is that
email,
7
text,
touches?
LinkedIn, phone,
whole-
everything.
That's
The whole
nothing.
shebang.
Everybody thinks that that's a big number. That's nothing. Think about it. I do you know how you see sometimes on the expressways like a speed minimum? I do a minimum of 50 activities per day. That's nothing.
But to the same candidate?
No, for
No,
the
no,
same
no, no.
candidate.
God, no.
That's 7 for the same candidate, 7 for the same person. I call you
Yeah,
7
that's
times.
nothing.
That's
Because
counted.
think about it. If that 50 is only about 10 candidates, because if I send a message on LinkedIn, I will after that send I'll
You
do a
got
cold
email,
call,
LinkedIn, a phone call, and a text. That's
leave a
what, 4.
voice message. I count that because nobody leaves voice messages. I will then text. Okay, so after that, you can send an email. That's 5 things. So that's only
And
10.
You forgot to write a
candidates.
letter.
7 isn't that much.
In
What's
a
that?
in a 2-day
Stalk him.
period, that's a lot. You
Hold
know,
on a
Yeah.
second, Rich.
That's
you,
one day.
You told me you email at night. I think it might have changed a little, but originally you emailed at night.
email, call,
You made a
and then
call in the morning, and now
yeah,
you text
and
as well,
then
right?
I'll text. So that's 3
In one day.
from between say Sunday night to Monday afternoon.
Within
That's
24
less
hours.
than 24 hours.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
So
but
you
That's-
got 3.
That's far different than 7. That's more
Well,
than
when's the, hold
20.
on. Go ahead. So when are
You
the
guys-
next? When's
you-
your next frequency? When's the next set coming after that?
in probably 2 days.
Okay, so that's within a week.
He
Within a
changed
week.
it.
Yeah, within a week, and then after that,
But they're not
that
all going to
second-
get a call. They'll all get automated emails,
Mm.
and they may not get a call that second day. That may happen 3 days later, 4 days.
Okay, so
later.
within
Depends
1 week, how many touches does that add up to?
on- 3, 4, 4 to 5, maybe 6.
Okay, not 7, 6,
Not-
not 7.
not
The
7
guy
in
was
2
7.
days.
He's crazy, right?
Not-
I'm only doing 6. That's
Listen.
genius.
7 in 2
Animal,
days.
just
There's a
animal,
difference.
just imagine.
Yeah, imagine 7 in 2 days. What if I showed up
Just-
at your door 7
just-
times
just-
in 2 days, knocking on your door, saying, "Hey, I got something for you. Got something for you. Got something for you. Got something for you.
I
I got
I
something for
just
you.
looked. I'm gonna copy it. I'll
So as
post
long-
it in,
so as
but
long as you do it 6 times, but not 7.
It's okay.
Over the course of the week, it's a little bit more spread out. Someone has a chance to get it.
Yeah,
Most of it's
exactly.
automated email, so most of it's ignored anyway. So,
yeah.
Don,
Look,
want to say something?
I'm sorry.
Okay, no. You were pointing. Did you want to say something, Donna? Did you have?
Oh, I was just saying, like what Rich said, in 2 days, 7 in 2 days. And you know that I contact people a lot, but 7 in 2 days is too much. But also what the point
You can
people
get to
made-
7 super fast.
But
That's
anyway,
not
the
the point,
point, the point that they made that he was blocking people though, it's odd that someone who doesn't mind reaching out to people that many times in 2 days can't handle people disagreeing with them online. That was
True.
That was weird.
And just imagine, Animal, you're reaching out to a guy with the clearance level 7 times in 2 days. Just imagine what happens. And you have on his phone number, an email, 7 calls, or maybe 2, 4, 5 calls, 3 emails. Crazy, man. What Rich said was true. I mean, you spread it out. Okay, I learned it from you guys. Okay, when I came on the show.
Spread it
Okay.
out.
Look,
Okay.
I'm usually doing the initial contacts, which is like LinkedIn, call, voicemail, and then the next day I'll try and do a text as well. So maybe 4 today,
How
and
is
then
a call and a voicemail different? That's the same thing. You call and
okay,
leave a
then call it the
voicemail.
same thing. So it's
Same thing.
video, call, text. I'm looking at my list,
In mail.
and then follow up.
The LinkedIn in mail.
No,
Mario, he's going to be
I'm
the
usually
most hated
connected to them.
recruiter in the world.
Why not? As long as I'm rich.
Yeah.
Not
I
Rich
mean, no,
Rose.
Michael T. Cox is trying to steal the honor from you with all that pestering he's doing. I want to quote Rich's favorite recruiting coach. Okay, she said, "We don't," and she talks just like Rich, who's a very intense pursuer. Okay,
Trisha is awesome,
Okay.
man. I
Yeah.
attended her trainings. Trisha is
She's-
awesome.
she said, "We don't stop, reaching out until the search is filled. We separate each point of contact, though, by 3 or 4 days. We always include phone calls in the cadence." I don't know what that cadence means. And the longer
Yes,
it
it's
goes on,
Set.
okay, the longer it goes on, here's what she says, the more playful we get in our outreach. Messaging can get stale very quickly, so creativity matters in order to break through the noise. She gets playful. Rich, what does that mean? Do you know?
Yeah, you add a little levity to it. You add a couple of jokes into it.
Like
Like-
what?
Like saying, I don't know, like I don't do it, but saying like, hey, listen, listen, I'm sure you're busy, just send, is it, 1, are you dead? 2, are you tied up? 3, or whatever,
Well,
There was
what
one
about
that
this?
there was
What
one that
about
was
this?
sent to me. Did I offend you?
Yeah.
And then you open it up.
Yeah. Did you like my 7 touches yesterday?
one you could use that has worked a lot for me is you're probably like everybody else and you don't like your bases touched, and then that's just your quick opener.
Is what you
It's
don't
like a
to be
me
touched?
too. You don't like your bases
Everybody
touched.
else, you probably like everyone else, and you don't like your bases touched
You don't like
because everybody's always reaching out, touching base.
Or like
Hey,
your
just
wife,
touching
you
base.
don't want to be touched or what,
What did they
Yeah.
tell those kids? That's my
That's-
private zone. Don't touch me there. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh God.
weird.
Animal, don't go there. Don't go there. Please
I
don't
won't.
go there.
Okay, but you
Okay.
know, well, actually, I love that song. Come on, babe, please touch me, babe.
Come on now, touch me, babe.
Everything sounds. Well,
Who
you
sang
see,
that?
if you
The
add
Doors.
the
Oh, yeah,
doors,
that's a nice song. That's a
if
nice
you
song, yeah.
add the tune, Facebook is going to discover it and won't let me post it. So,
Whatever, they
hold
won't.
on, no, hold on a second. What about something like when you said add some levity? A recruiter, a priest, and a rabbi go into a bar. Okay, could you start? Could you start?
That
You
would
could
be
go-
awesome. You could say that and be like, if you want to hear the rest of it, call me back.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
Okay.
That's a good
There you go.
follow up.
or what if he writes back like a priest doesn't want to be touched or whatever,
Oh, whoa. Hey,
It's a tricky
Imagine
warning.
imagine if the candidate is it's a hardcore Catholic. What's going to
Yeah.
happen?
yeah. we're
How
gonna
dare
do-
you insult my religion?
Yeah, we can't. Got to watch your step. Okay. Anybody got an issue that they want to? Ivan's a quiet guy. You know, he's what that introvert kind of type. Anything you, Ivan, want to raise? I'm gonna check
good.
with you. All good. Okay, what about anybody else? Got an issue? Ernie, you're quiet today. Got an issue?
I'm just thinking about how many people whine on Facebook on all these like
Oh yeah.
on all the they're like always complaining. You know,
I missed the whole
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
And
There's
I
another
think I'm
song,
happy
Red
about
Red
that.
Wine. Stay close to me.
UB40.
Okay, but
UB40
it's
is
a Neil,
awesome.
actually, it's a Neil Diamond song. Although the
UB40.
UB40 does a good version, especially a live version, I think, with Chrissy Hines is absolutely
side B.
okay. Let me see. Okay, here's one. Somebody loved somebody who knows how to back off. He says, I like this approach. I got this call. The woman engaged me in conversation in a way that had nothing to do with what she was selling. I don't know if she was telling jokes or what. He didn't explain what that was, or asking, how her health is. You don't know somebody, but you're engaging them about something that has nothing to do with the real reason for your call. Okay. She sounded genuinely interested. She wasn't pushy. And when she realized I was not a potential client, she didn't change her tune. She was still friendly. And Rich's favorite coach said, kudos to them for backing off appropriately. This is very important. Okay. So is that an important issue when you're cold calling someone and you realize I got nothing going with this person? You don't cut them short automatically, and you know how to end a call like that. Does anybody have a comment about? She thinks that's important. Anybody?
Be able to
else?
politely cut someone down, just say, hey, we're going to waste each other's time.
Is that what you would do, Rich?
Yeah. I mean, I just tell them honestly, listen, I mean, you sound great. I've got enough info for, so I understand what you need for the future when I've got the right roles. I just don't have them today. Let me check with some partners and see what I can do for you.
Oh, come on. You're committing yourself then to doing work for nothing on that person.
I'm not committing to Jack. I'm just saying, listen, if I have a split partner who has an opening that fits this
that's
guy's bill,
different.
great.
Before you said, I'm going to check with my partners. Okay. And
Oh yeah, it's a text.
Hey, you're committing. You're committing.
It's not a big heavy lift. I'm not telling him we can get back to him. If I have something that's right, I'll get back to him.
See, that's a different thing about this show. It's the only show where somebody makes a statement like that and you say, come on, what do you mean? Okay. We're not patting you on the back. Oh, thanks for that wisdom, sir. No, we don't do that here. Okay.
Never have.
Right.
Yeah.
I was telling, there's another guy who's he's an assistant principal right now, and he's thinking about coming into recruiting. And anyway, and I was talking to him about that. And I said, one of the things I like the most about it is finding all of you people, because it's the best thing ever, how you can say anything and everyone will yell at you and tell you you're wrong and you're stupid. And then everyone argues.
You're wrong.
Exactly.
And they are
Everybody
stupid.
laughs. Everybody still laughs, except for the people that block each other. But otherwise, everybody
Hey.
just laughs and you keep going. And I love that. I love that. I like the whatever.
Well, I got to tell you, if you want a goal, like the Pinnacle Society for recruiting, it's all like the top recruiters. This is pretty much what it's like, but with everyone billing over $500,000.
Y'all remember?
It's a great
Recruiter? Sorry, go ahead.
Well, you can join with Rich, since he has $1 million and you can go half and half, and we
Yeah.
I think he has
I billed-
1.5 million.
I billed 420 something thousand last year.
you don't qualify.
Wow.
You don't qualify.
Keep it up. You got a 3. I think it's 3 out of 5 years you got to do it.
All right. Yeah,
Damn,
we're
son.
working on it.
Yeah,
So-
they're so funny. I'll add a qualifier there. Rich likes the show, and so he recommended it to the guy who organizes the Pinnacle Club meetings, right? And he
Mhm.
told me to call him, and it's going to be great. We'll do the show for those guys, right? I called him. I left a message. Never got back to me. So finally, I asked Rich what happened. Said,
He may have made the mistake of listening to one of the shows.
Yeah, that could have been it.
Rich told me the guy thought it was too wild for them,
Yeah.
okay, or something like that.
Of
So-
course.
He's a little conservative,
yeah. Okay. So now you just
From
told us
Texas.
this is exactly what the Pinnacle
But
Club is.
it
No, it
really-
isn't, Rich. Apparently.
Bunch of stuck-up recruiters, what they are.
No, they're absolutely not. Absolutely not. Honestly, it's a terrific group. Everyone's super helpful, super friendly, and
Yeah.
it's more of a fun boondoggle conference than anything else. So next one's in New Orleans.
Except for the guy that Animal talked to.
Yeah,
You didn't talk to him.
I
Yeah.
had Patrick something or other. I think his name was.
No, I forget who it was then.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're dead to me.
So,
Yeah, he is.
Rich, A question to get into that group, you need to be based out of America, or can you run the business out of America? What's the rule?
I don't know anymore. I don't know if they changed. It used to be just the North America, but
Mhm, mhm.
I don't know if they changed it or not. So,
Okay.
So like if you can bill like, maybe not in dollars.
No, I bill in
that'd have to be
dollars.
The
So.
equivalent of dollars.
No, I'm talking.
Not
That's
that
what I'm
Indian
saying.
stuff that Mario's got. I don't know.
A trillion rubles.
Yeah, exactly.
Not in rubles. Not in rubles.
Yeah.
You know, Ivan got attacked by about 100 people on Facebook.
What?
For what?
He posted that remote work is no good, and like an endless
Oh, yes.
number of people came after him. Right? Do you want
I
to comment
missed
on that,
that.
Ivan? I'll give you a chance if.
So
He
wait.
wants-
So Ivan, did you block them?
No, I just don't try not. I mean, I read
Awesome.
it. Sometimes I don't. That's like, I mean, it's clearly it's clearly true that like, I mean, some things are just so much easier in person, right? And there's always nuance to those things, right? But on the internet, I mean, everybody will just yell at you. It's normal to have people extra intentionally misunderstanding you, and then
100.
Where
100.
did you post that? Just curious.
No, he commented under this post. What's his name? The guy who runs Twitter. He said, "Look, if my people want to work at home, they can work at home. If they want to work in the office, they can come to the office. If they want to work hybrid, whatever they want is fine with me." This is the new CEO at Twitter, and Ivan was the first commenter. He said, "I can't remember exactly what you said. It doesn't work so well working on your own. It's not that productive." Isn't
True.
that- you said- what did
I
you
agree
say?
with
Something
him.
like that.
It sucks.
It doesn't work for everybody. There,
Yeah.
but you're the thing is that your comment is also putting at risk a whole lot of lazy downtime that people are really enjoying by working from home. So they're going to jump on you for that. But this whole work from home does not work for many individuals. I don't know what the percentage is, but there are many individuals that
Most.
cannot self-manage, that are not intrinsically motivated.
Those weren't the people commenting. The people commenting were all telling them how much more productive they are since they've been working from.
Because they don't want to
Well,
go back
we
to the
all-
office.
That's
I
exactly
personally
who I
agree.
said, man.
Yeah.
He threatened with his little comment their new, desire of how they want to manage their work.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
What about?
Nobody's gonna argue by saying, no, I'm much less productive. Let's keep it going. Of course you're gonna
Exactly.
say,
Some people say no. I got to be in an office to get the. Otherwise, I lose the
sure.
the friction, the
Deal.
frisson.
Th-
that
there are
makes-
two negatives from this that are happening.
don't have
Number
an office
one,
to go
people
to.
are not interacting near as much as they used to, and you lose a lot of valuable interaction because people are not on calls like this 24 hours a day, or,
Yeah,
or
but
let's say
when
8
you're in
hours
the
a day.
office, you got meetings all the time, and meetings.
Nah, well,
and people sit in their meetings and say, "What the hell was that all about?" And you waste
Yes.
so many meetings for no reason at all.
okay, fine.
Wait, I would like to pitch into this. See, it's far better to be in the office when you're starting out your career, because you get to learn from other people. Okay, at least for 5 years to 6 years, you need to be in the office, whether
Yep.
it's development, recruitment, or any kind of thing. Okay, you need to learn from people around you who are smarter than you at what they do. Okay, a simple example.
Are
If
you,
Rich was in the
are
office,
you
we
saying that in order to be a recruiter, you should be in an office?
you should, Ernie. I'll openly say that you need to be
I've
in the
never
office.
been in an office for a recruiter.
Ernie,
Yeah,
but
but
you need to understand
okay.
one thing. You are
Ernie
experienced.
is not the norm, but
Yeah, not everyone's the
a junior
exception.
recruiter that has no one kind of to listen to hear, you're not going to get the experience that you need, the exposure to how do you do this. So sitting in an office pool really does help in a sales atmosphere and in recruiting, where there isn't a process for how to talk to a VP of sales.
Yeah.
So you have to figure out how to do that. And
Well, that's
receiving
not-
an
that's
email
not to
that
say
says
you're
talk
not-
about these things ain't
But
going to
that's
help.
not to say you're not talking to other recruiters. You're not networking. You're not going on YouTube and listening to Ben.
Honestly,
and doing all
Ernie,
that
Ernie, listen, not everyone will do that. You need to understand that
But that-
most of the
that- but-
people
and-
are lazy as hell. They want it easy.
Well, there
I'll
you
openly
go.
say it.
There you go, Mario. That's the difference. Are you willing to study? Are you willing to treat it as an art? And are you willing to put in the work to really be successful.
They just
No.
want their monthly salary. Do you think they
Nobody
give a
wants
crap? Why
that,
do they
Ernie.
doing internal?
Here's the thing. The percentage of people that want to be on a call like this,
Yeah.
pretty small. The percentage of people that want to think about work or want to get better at something is minuscule.
Okay,
And
so let
we
me-
could say, oh, well, we'll just hire those people. But we need a whole lot more people than that percentage.
So there comes a question of, do you work to become eventually the owner, to eventually self-sufficient, or do
okay,
you
okay.
work to become an employee?
Ernie, I can answer that, okay? Because I'm doing
Answer
that,
that,
right now.
Mario.
All right. I work to become an owner of a company and to run a team of my own
Okay.
who are responsible for me. I would actually currently I give them remote options because they are in different parts of the country. But if I have a choice, I would rather have them in front of me because I know what they're doing right and wrong on the spot. Okay, not to micromanage them. I'm as chilled out as can be, but I know when they're going wrong. For example, when they talk to a candidate, I know where the pitch is off, where they are making a mistake on asking a question. Okay, and see, most of the time my corrections are now based on guesswork. Okay, but it's better to have them in the office seeing what they're capable of doing, at least till they get some experience. Okay, see, you are an exception to the rule. Rich is an exception to the rule, but even Rich started at MRI for 6 months.
Can
You
I ask
need
a
to have
question?
something.
Can I
Yeah,
ask a
please.
question? First of all, I want to point out that Donna doesn't seem to have ever worked in an office, and I would hire her. I would pay her to work for me.
Hey, Donna has worked before. She's
How
not fresh
much?
off the boat.
I
Okay.
did, I worked, I got to work in an office in 2018 for about a month and a half. It looks longer on LinkedIn, but it was
Okay.
about a month and a half.
So she did
But I
have some
will say
fun.
this,
Go ahead.
I hated it so much. I hated hearing everybody. I hated everybody hearing me. I was so distracted. Oh my
I-
gosh, it was
When I
a
was in sales, the thing
nightmare.
that I hated the most
hated
was
it.
when it was quiet. I
It was
needed
never
to hear that
quiet.
noise and that
Oh
energy.
gosh, it was
And if
never
everybody else was
for us.
quiet, oh, it was painful.
But I had
We-
to hear them and I had to hear their ways. And I immediately knew I am not like her or her or her. Like I knew I wasn't like them and I was never going to do it like them. And I constantly felt critiqued, just because we could all hear each other. And we even, when I first started here where I am, they tried to have like this power hour where we turn our screens on and hear each other make calls. I would just mute everybody because I'm like, I don't like that.
Were
Like,
were
I
you in a
hated it.
cubicle?
It was all open. It was like an open floor.
Like
Bullpen.
a bullpen, Ernie, and a bullpen.
I
That's
got a
was
question.
that
So
many
let me
guys.
ask a
Learning
question
there.
before, just let me bookmark a question at least before I forget, okay? The first, Mario, don't answer yet. I just want to say that this was what I wanted to ask you. I wanted you to think of an example where you say, I can hear where they're doing it wrong and I can tell them how to do it right. I want an example. It doesn't have to be today. It can be next week if you want, if you think of it.
You can
Donna.
come up with an answer right now.
Okay, well,
I
no.
have-
I
I have
want to go
couple of
back to
them.
Donna before I forget. I'm like that 100-year-old cousin. Hey, did we lose Sasha because I talked too much about my
Internet.
No, her
100-year-old?
network.
Oh,
Internet
she
was
had
bad.
hey, Animal, there's a chat function to this.
I'm wearing sunglasses. I cannot see the chat, and I'm
You
so
mean we
busy.
are wearing sunglasses, Animal? We
Yeah,
are
yeah,
wearing
we-
sunglasses.
well, I'm the guy.
You're on
I'm the
point.
guy who coordinates the show. I'm very busy during the show, listening to what you say.
The
But mind you,
CEO of the Animal Show.
I think it's interesting, but let me come back to what Donna said, because it's really, this is what you have to press for. Okay. She said, and I think it's because she was a mature person when she went in there, but she said, I could listen to this person, I could listen to that one, and I knew that they're not me. She didn't feel like, oh, I'm a know-nothing, I have to do what they do. She knew that's not for me. That really struck a chord in me. I was very impressed.
Yeah.
She's more mature than I am, because I would have been thinking, what am I doing wrong? How come they're doing it like that, right? But I want to know specifically, do
She
you
built
remember-
420. She's not doing anything wrong.
Yeah, that's what
How
I
long,
said.
how long
Rich.
did you
That
stay in
was
that
my-
position, Donna?
Sorry, we couldn't hear you, Animal. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, right.
How-
She said she was there a year, a
Like,
month
it's
and a
the
half.
same- It's the same company though, but it just, I hated that. I just hated being there and they're good. Like one of the ladies who was there in 2018 is still there and she makes a ton of money. She bills a ton, but again, we're not the same, like she's really, really like over the top. Hey, it's your friendly recruiter. And I'm like, oh, like I would never. It works for her. Like it works for her. She does awesome, but that is not me.
What else? That's a good example. Like these
Disingenuous.
super friendly types. What else did you not like? You said, I'm not her. I'm not her. Give me
Mhm.
another example.
The other one was just like too syrupy sweet. She would be like, "Hey, happy Monday." I'm just calling,"
Disingenuous
and I'm
again.
like,
It sounds like a diabetic.
but
Excuse me for that
again,
comment,
but
sorry.
it worked for them. Like they
Yeah.
were both
Yeah.
highly successful.
Yeah.
But
uh-huh.
I knew that my thing was just going to be myself. And a lot of times I say stupid
How do-
stuff. I
So
mean,
how
I
do
am.
you start?
Well,
You
she
know,
calls people who just had an operation to say,
No,
I'm
but
just
I
calling
will.
because I
Hey, you're
love you."
alive?
Happy Monday.
I stand by it, but I will
The
sing to
ultimate status
people. I
update.
do weird stuff. Okay, so I'm a little bit weird.
You
And
sing? Hold on. You
I-
sing?
Weird
I
is
will
good.
sing, especially if I've called them a bunch and they have a name that happens to be in a song. I can't help it. And like
Awesome, Donna. I
That's a
She
Trish
appreciate
sings
that.
Hampton
very
thing
well,
as
though.
That's
well.
cool.
Honestly, you asked about creativity, something
But-
fun. That's what Trish does as well. Does stuff like
I
that.
do stuff like that all the
Good for
time.
you.
Or, and I'll say stupid things and I'll laugh and I'll crack myself up. Or like one lady said, call me in the spring. So I'm like, hey, guess what? It's the first day of the spring. So you said the spring. I figured that today was the day. I mean, I'll just be stupid. And I know that other people, if they listen to me, would be like, you are so stupid. Like, don't say that. You sound like an idiot.
Nope.
But
that's
idiot
good
works
stuff.
for me. Like,
Yeah. It works for me too. It's all right. You got to be yourself. That's
Human
great.
works. That's what it is.
Y'all sound like idiots.
so
We are idiots. We're in the recruitment business.
If I
Simple.
called someone and started singing Touch Me, I don't think
don't
I'd be
say
doing
that.
See, animal, there's a difference. Donna's a lady. She can say it.
I
If we
think
say
that
it,
might be-
there's a case.
I would not sing that. I would not sing
This
that.
last placement that I made came off of a cold call to a candidate, and the candidate actually answered, and I literally said, Ivan, dude, 2022 here, and you're still answering your phone. What's going on? You're catching me off guard. I forgot what to say.
Yeah. mhm. But hold on, I want to point out something else. Look at these people are right beside each other on the screen. One of them says, I can't stand the noise of, being in an open office. And the other guy says, I can't stand it without the noise. Okay, people
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
different. Obviously, that they've got a
And-
perfect
yeah.
case here.
Animal, there's
Everybody
one more
thinks
thing to
so.
consider.
It's not only there's 1,000 ways to, many ways to skin a cat. There are plenty of cats also. And
Yep.
one style is going to fit better with a different type of client and
Are you
candidate. and
allowed
person.
to say skin a cat? That is so
Why not?
ugly.
I better than skinning a human.
There's no
well,
PETA.
we don't have to skin anybody. Mario, go ahead. You wanted to say something.
Yeah, there's
But
one more thing to
Mario,
consider.
example of what you hear in the
Okay,
office.
I'll
and then
get to that. I
correct
just
in
want
the
to ask
moment.
Donna a quick question. Donna, you were working as a teacher before, right?
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you need to understand. I might ask, how many years were you working as a teacher?
On and off like 15.
So she has 15 years of structured work experience. That is what most newbies don't have.
Yeah, well, no, just like Ernie, just like Michael G. Cox said, he wasn't a 22-year-old person out of school
Exactly.
starting without any know-how. He was
Exactly.
a manager, an HR
When I
manager.
started, I was.
Yeah, so there's a difference which thing which structure brings into life. Okay, most of the newbies today, and I'm talking about the guys I even hire, they don't have a structure. Okay, now you want an example of what I heard and corrected in the moment. I can say this is based on the feedback I got. All right. Now, one of my guys is calling a candidate up, and he's like, "Hi, I'm calling for a job opportunity." I said, "Don't do that. Stop that." Okay. First, tell them I'm calling. I want to have a conversation with you. Are you open to a conversation? It's about a role. That was something I corrected. Second thing, the pitch, the tone of his voice. Okay, he's like, "Hi, I'm calling for a job opportunity." I said, "Dude, if you called me for that, I would have slammed the phone in your face." Okay. All right, seriously. I said, call with some life. You don't have to be fake, but like, hey, I'm calling with regards to a job opportunity. Let's talk. Something like that. So that's
Well,
something I
no, Rich,
corrected.
Rich says every call, this is something he insists on, has to have energy. You got to put some
Yes.
life into it.
True.
Okay.
Here's the
yeah,
thing.
but then
Over the phone, you lose a lot of energy. You come
Correct.
across, if you're at a 6, you come across as a 3. So
Correct.
if you want to be a 6, come across as an 8 with a level of energy that is much higher, because otherwise you're just falling flat.
I don't know.
exactly. Now, this guy didn't have an understanding of tonality and the pitch, the level of his pitch, right? He didn't know that. Okay. And he has made 3 placements. I can't complain about it, but still, it was something to be tweaked. Once he got the tweaking, then it's okay. Now, see, this would have easily been fixed if he was with me in the office. Okay. These are new guys I've trained. All right. So
Now, they do make tools for this kind of thing, but then
I'm gonna spend money on a
Mario
tool.
would have to listen to a call some other time
Hmm.
and then provide feedback some other time in the future. You can
Hmm.
use Gong, gong.io, something like that, to record the calls and then review the calls. But it helps so much more if you have a small team to be face to face.
Yeah, in
I
fact,
have-
I'm planning on hiring some more people and bringing them into this office. I'm working on that. That's a good
Yeah.
idea. I can see what they're doing.
I think
Not to micromanage them, but it helps. Sorry, Michael, tell me.
Yeah, no, you're
to
spot
coach- to
on.
coach them.
Don't call it
To coach them.
micromanagement. You're
Coaching.
providing somebody some instant feedback that they
Coaching,
need
coaching.
to help them be more successful.
Of course. That's the
I
idea.
want to
That's
talk
the
about
best
Ivan for a
advantage.
second. Ivan works in isolation, but he already, as Mario used the term, he had a structured workflow. He was a programmer. And did you work remote or did you work in an office when you were programming?
I worked in an office, but the majority of programming work is really like quiet work. You have meetings sometimes, but it's not the same. I should have just like made an internship in a real normal recruitment agency. Then it would be many things I did in my recruitment agencies were like big mistakes. I mean, listening to the, wrong candidates, working with the wrong clients, all that stuff would have been avoided if I would get like a short stint in an established recruitment firm. On the other hand, if I would have seen how most recruitment firms are run, I might have not started my own recruitment firm, because I think 80% of every profession is like garbage, right? Every 80% of every
What does that mean?
job profile,
80%
right?
of every profession is
Because
garbage.
80%
The people in it are
80%,
garbage,
yeah,
or
yeah.
what? Okay.
They're just
The
not good. I
Pareto
mean, 80% of doctors are stupid, 80% of lawyers are stupid, 80% of developers are like not that great. So 80%
80%
of
of these
recruiters
people
are
on
not that
this
great. So
Broadcasters.
I'm the 80.
I mean, that's the general
Hey.
rule, right? You have the 20% that are really good. So
Yeah, that's
to-
the
you have
80,
to
the Pareto principle.
Yeah, the Pareto principle. Ernie,
We-
did you want to say
Pareto.
something?
No, I was gonna say we need to bring a couple more people on so we can at least get.
Well,
Two
they
of
can,
them
they
that
can be
are
the
smart.
they can be the 80%. That will
Yeah.
raise our rank, right? But it doesn't make us better. Just
Yep.
so you know.
I
okay?
mean,
careful.
honestly, I want to ask the question: how much do you guys rank? I mean, how do you rank yourselves as recruiters? Leave
Mediocre.
business owners.
Mediocre.
Interesting question.
How do you rank
Mediocre.
yourself? Yeah.
I
Middle.
gave
Leaving
my
billing
rank.
aside.
Nobody wants to look the world, hey, I'm not so great. Okay, that's an awkward question.
I say I'm
No, but that
learning.
that-
getting
exactly.
better,
The
learning and
person who's
getting better.
willing to say they're mediocre has a better chance of becoming good to great, rather than the person who says I'm good.
If I was 20 and said I'm mediocre, you would say this guy has a chance of improving. If you look at the lines on my
Yeah, you're a
throat
lost case animal. You're a lost case.
and say he's still saying he's mediocre at his age, forget it. He's a loser.
No,
No.
no. You can't say anyone's a loser. That's the craziest thing on the planet. Okay. Everyone has their plus and minuses. Okay.
Yeah.
You have a
Mhm.
different journey.
Okay.
Simple.
Thank
It's
now
like
he's a guru. Now he's
Yeah,
a
guru.
guru.
Hey, the
Okay.
sales guru, recruiter guru, recruiter. Yes, that's gonna be my
That
title. the
website is
recruiting guru.
taken.
Oh shit.
a lot of people would base whether they're a good recruiter on how much they're billing.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
but
And that's what
sometimes you
Donna,
look at
that's how we know she's a good recruiter. She
No,
just
but
told us
sometimes
what
you look at
built.
Had a
people
good
and-
year.
and they'll tell you
for-
they built $1 million plus, but they've been divorced 3 times. Their life screwed up. They're on
Rich is
drugs.
not
I-
Rich is not divorced. He's
Yeah,
got 2 kids.
and based on what I heard on one of his posts, he avoided it.
No, I'm
narrowly.
not talking about Rich. I mean, there's some of these trainers, you talk to them, or they're on there, they're telling you they were addicted to this or they were addicted to that. They got problems too. So it's like, are you a good recruiter? It's really depends on what you want out of it.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what.
And
That's what. I
Yeah.
used to
Most
do.
recruiters want money.
Yeah, I want money. Money.
Donna,
I'm
It's
open.
true,
Donna.
but I'm just gonna say that also my billings, I don't take full credit for it because I know I'm in an agency where other people are doing, part of the business development and everything. So I still wonder if I come out on my own, how does that translate? I know that some of my success is because of the people around me. So I don't know how it'll translate if and when I step
So
out.
Donna, if you don't mind me asking, okay, how much percentage would you akin to the BD side of it for the billings?
He has
what-
none. She does no
what you're
BD.
asking. I haven't had to go out and get the new clients. I haven't had to
Mhm.
do that. I do handle some of the client relationships, but they're
Mhm.
already coming to us. So without having to do
Okay.
that part, yeah, and I
I'm
recognize.
with Rich. Hold on. Rich always says business development, recruiting, they're the exact same calls. And I would doubt if she had any, she wasn't able to do
You'd be
business
fine.
development. I might be
Yeah,
wrong, but I
I'm
have
just saying,
confidence.
it's untested. So that's why
Yeah,
I would
exactly.
say,
You know, I
Recruiting
know
is
the
Listen,
problem with the problem
Recruiting is
with
all
being,
about
being called a
recruiting is all about
recruiter is
confidence.
Ernie, go
the
ahead.
problem
first.
with
Go ahead.
calling everyone as recruiters. Everybody does it a little different. There's the internal recruiter. There's the ones that does just this portion or that portion, and everyone calls themselves recruiters. It's like a chef. Are you a great chef? I don't know. I do gourmet. I don't know. I do deli. You know, what makes you? What is a recruiter?
Well,
Very
I have
deep.
I have a reply for Ernie. I'll save it because Rich wanted to say something about confidence.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, I mean, like Donna would be great. I mean, this whole job is about confidence, you
Mhm.
know? I mean, everyone I'm training this new guy now. Everyone overthinks everything. And if you just say what's on your mind in an intelligent fashion, you'll be fine. You add some value, say something intelligent.
And have fun with it. Have fun
Yeah.
with it.
That's it.
I mean, I have a question now. The sales call for recruitment, okay, that will be structured in a certain way, right?
Let's save that for next time. Is there, we
Okay.
need a quickie.
Sorry, oh,
We're
shit,
wrapping
fast,
up the
okay.
show.
I'll
I'm
remember
not
that one.
kidding. What is it you want to ask? What's the question you're asking?
How's a sales call, recruiting sales call? How is it structured?
Okay, somebody answer him. What do you mean?
Same as your candidate call. I mean, you're asking about the job instead of the background, candidate background.
Mhm.
I mean, it
You
really is. the
call
same
up,
call.
They say hi.
You're,
it's
you're
Bill."
calling a call. No, start with the hey.
Are
It's
you
a cold
talking
call.
about a cold call or a scheduled?
A cold call. A cold call, not a scheduled call. Scheduled call is pretty easy. I'm calling about a cold call.
You're doing a cold call?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's really the same call. Instead of saying, hey, you're interested in an opportunity, so you're interested in a candidate. They say no. Well, I got this great
Okay,
guy
so we
anyway.
take an MPC and go with it, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's one way to do it. That's how I do it. But
Oh, I had a guy, we'll talk this next week then again, because I had a guy who said never make most placeable candidate.
yeah, a lot of
calls.
people say that too. I think they're
Okay.
morons.
No, I had a lot of guys who go against the Rich rules. Okay.
There's a lot of ways to do it. That's how I do
Okay.
it. I mean, I know. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was
Go
gonna say,
ahead.
I know other like $1 million billers who don't do MPC calls either. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of ways to do it. You know, you do what works for you.
Yeah, well, here we saw that guy who does everything old school. I had a lot of fun today. I just want to say Donna Terrell. Terrell, that's
That's
it.
right.
Yeah,
Mhm, that's
medical
right.
communications recruiter. She's very good at something, but somebody might want to recruit her. TheSalesRecruiter.com, Michael G.
Nope.
Cox, Mario the Recruiter.com.
Mario just sent you something.
Mario, he
Got
calls him
it.
Mario. I call him Mario. Ernie Marino, FoodIndustryRecruiter.com, the purple guy.
Michael, thank you.
Clang.so. Ivan. And he was endorsed by Super Rich Rosen. Yes, sir. Hey, I sound like Oprah. Rosen. CornerstoneSearch.com. Thanks, everybody. See you next week. Bye-bye.